Thanks for coming on to the podcast.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
So, East Brother Beer is our show sponsor,
Okay.
and you have a great story to tell as far as a guest bartending. So, what happened there?
Well, East Brother Beer Company. It's one of my favorites, and um, the city of Richmond, along with some Chevron seed money, started a scholarship program called the Richmond Promise, which provides scholarships for high school students that are graduating, and it altogether it's funded by about 35 million. We want to try to keep it going in perpetuity. Anyway, the Richmond Promise, I'm on their board. We do the occasional fundraiser, and we try to get the word out about the program. And one thing that East Brother did is they offered to host a fundraiser where they donated the proceeds of the beer sales to the Richmond Promise. And I was tapped, if you will, as a guest bartender. They're very serious about their beer. They wanted us there an hour early so they could make sure that we knew how to tap beer appropriately. They interested in
There's
good
a skill
quality.
to it.
There absolutely is, and it was a lot of fun. Everybody there having a good time, and I figured if the city manager gig doesn't work out, I'm going back to a tap room and I'll be a bartender.
Yeah, I love East Brother Beer. I mean, they've come a long way from when they first opened up.
They have, and every time I go there now, and there's a lot of activity. It's it's family friendly, dog friendly. Even though it's a tap room, it feels like just a real family oriented kind of place, and you get the community has really embraced it. And
And
they make good beer too.
Yeah, they do. And I think they've added like a pool table, ping pong to the mix.
Yeah, they have, and you can always find a food truck there as well for an evening meal.
Yeah. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how good were you as a bartender?
Well, I'll give myself a good solid 7. I got so I could get the little 3/4 to 1 inch of foam on the top, and I never really got the hang of filling the growlers, but that's a special talent, but I think I did okay, and I was actually working. The other guest bartenders were working the crowd, but I was actually behind the bar tapping the beer.
What was the training like?
It was to talk about how you may do the samples for folks, how to tap it so that it doesn't over foam or underfill.
Okay.
And it was I got so that I could pull the lever, and I knew exactly how to tilt the glass and when to stop tilting the glass and shut off the tap. And I would imagine if you do it thousands and thousands of times, you get pretty good at it. But each one was an adventure for me.
Yeah. Very cool. So what are your thoughts on it seems like Richmond's having a beer boom going right now. Between East Brother Beer, you have Armistice, and even wine too.
Yeah, and Benoit Casper is another beer that's in Richmond. I'll get them in I know East Brother may be your sponsor, but I'll get them as a...
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. We've had Armistice on the show. I don't think we've had them on the show.
Benoit Casper?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good also.
Are they over there off of Pennsylvania?
They are, exactly.
Okay.
I think it's really terrific. There was an author, writer, his name is Jim Fellows. He writes for the Atlantic, and he did a study nationwide of the 11 top elements of a good downtown area. And he said, and one of these 11 things that they all have in common was they all had a tap room downtown. So we're not downtown yet with a tap room, but we've got some good. We got a great start with those 3, and so that to me is one of the elements of a great downtown that's coming to Richmond.